Youth unemployment described as a moral emergency that must be addressed urgently. Violence breaks out in Potchefstroom, and Westbury residents tell the government that coloured lives matter. I am Zandile Khumalo, and these are the stories that made headlines today. Deputy President Paul Mashatile paid tribute to the youth of 1976 for their bravery. He was speaking at the Youth Day commemoration in Potchefstroom on Monday morning. But at the same breath, he warned that today's youth face a different kind of battle, including unemployment, inequality, and the lack of opportunities. Additionally, he noted with concern that 3.8 million young people are not in education, employment, or even training. The Deputy President also took the time to outline bold government initiatives aimed at empowering the youth.
There are a number of programs that we are initiating. I spoke about the Presidential Youth Employment Initiative. I was 2 days ago at Harambee, where young people have come together to look at how they can access initiatives, and we are supporting them as government. We also have internships in government where we're bringing in young people. So the issue of youth unemployment is indeed a crisis that we want to deal with immediately. We are aware of it, and we are going to make sure that many of the programs that we come up with government must absorb young people.
Violence erupted on the streets of Potchefstroom ahead of the main Youth Day event. This as there was a protest resulting in rubber bullets being fired. The young people there are not buying the theme of empowering youth for meaningful economic participation. They say there are no opportunities and that there is no government support. But the government insists that there are programs in place to help them.
One of the reasons we have the theme that says skills for the changing world is because we believe that we can't be left behind as South Africa. The world is changing, so are the skills are changing. We used not to have things such as artificial intelligence, robotics, coding, etc. And the Department of Basic Education introduced these as curriculum subjects. And we have then said as a department through the South African National Service Institute, we have said they are introducing this, however they don't have instructors. And therefore we're going to take our young people who are graduates who are sitting at home unemployed, we are going to train them so that they can actually go to schools and assist in the teaching of these subjects, that is your coding and robotics. That is actually going to be creating some jobs.
Onto this story, a similar protest action was witnessed in Gauteng. In Westbury, residents staged a peaceful march, this after 3 people were shot and killed outside a mosque near Eldorado Park. A phrase that echoed throughout the protest was that coloured lives matter. The community there was sounding the call for action against gang violence and crime. Activists say the area has been neglected and that young boys are growing up with fear and despair.
The question that I ask, how many young coloured lives have to be lost? Is there a certain number that is put on the value of our lives? Is it 1,000 boys? Is it 2,000 boys? Because many have been lost. For the past 3 years, we are dealing with this issue. Government is treating it as though it really doesn't matter. And we are a community that is living with the anxiety. We are in despair. We don't know where to turn anymore. How do we as leaders in this community, how do we as adults and parents, what do we tell our children? What can we do for them if government is not showing up?
Onto this story. Rescue teams and families in the Eastern Cape are picking up the pieces after last week's deadly storm. The death toll for the Mthatha floods has now climbed to 90. Government says shelters have been set up and that essentials are being handed to the displaced families.
The disaster management team is staying here. They located permanently the disaster head who is working with the volunteers from the community. So everything is smooth on the center. No crime, nothing, because our community security personnel are here 24 hours. People are happy on the center. I'm assuring you about that.
And finally, the third group of SANDF members have landed in South Africa. They are part of over 2,000 soldiers deployed to fight rebels in the Democratic Republic of Congo. SANDF withdrew its mission to the DRC after the M23 rebels took control of the main cities in both North and South Kivu. This is your eNCA Digital Daily News Wrap. For more on these stories, visit eNCA.com, follow eNCA on X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. Keep the conversation going. Until tomorrow.